Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rachah Kadash, Salakia. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah with the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rachah Kadash, Lord willing, is edifying. All right. And I want to do this lesson real quick in response to this video clip that a bro posted in the chat. The brother Ariala here, head of the GMS Pittsburgh camp. I'm gonna play this clip. This is a clip of Sicarii, and I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna turn it up. Lord willing, you can hear it. Got it playing out the car speakers. Let me hit play. All right.
All the what? All the sins. 2/3. Go ahead.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is called.
Which is this house. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David. He's going to kill the sinners, and in that day will the tabernacle of David be raised up. The 2/3 will be destroyed. The 1/3 will be brought through the fire, and the kingdom will be implemented. Go ahead. Finish that and you hit your preacher, go ahead.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the priests thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
See that? It's punishment for our sin. Then it's talking about our salvation. That's the context of Amos 9. It has nothing to do with America. So it was subtle things like this that we started to read.
Right. And I just want to let that play real quick. All right. Now, he read a few precepts. Salaki, I was supposed to leave this phone up here. He read a few precepts, right? And hopefully you heard that. And what he said at the end was, this has nothing to do with America, which he's incorrect. Okay, he's going off. All right, and you see men are being revealed. All right, many hearts are being revealed as to, which, when you watch the videos from the past, you can kind of see Alazar, Guerrilla Hebrew, he was on some shit, back in the day. All right. All right, but he's going off, Luke 2 and let's see. Luke 2 and 30 5. Yea, a sword shall pierce through thine own soul also, if the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed. All right, and the thoughts of many hearts are being revealed. All right, and this guy Alazar, he's going off. I thought it was, I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt when I saw Elder Apostle Tahar's video, and I said maybe the young guy's just going off. What I'm saying, he may not have understood the breakdowns and so on and so forth, but it really seems like, instead of correcting his young fellow, which I didn't get to watch the whole video, but instead of focusing on what's important, correcting the young brother, why'd you have to do a response? And then to show you the spirit ain't working with you, you did a response and you went completely off and said that Amos 9 has nothing to do with America. That's false, bro. Zechariah 13 has something to do with America and Amos 9. Now there's a lot. This is a vast topic. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I got 17 tabs open with possible precepts, and these ain't even all the ones I could have got. All right, and really there was a lot to even try to put in order. I'm parked right now in the car, and I'm like doing this right quick before I go handle some business. What I'm saying? So I'm like, let me go ahead and get this lesson going before I get too sleepy sitting here, because I still got to drive to my destination. So Salakia. But I'm going to try to make sense of these precepts as much as possible and go through the spirits. So, bear with me, Baba Kasha. All right. But he's going off. So let's start off with the precept that he read, Amos, right? Amos 9. Let's start at Amos 9. This is clearly talking about America. All right. Come on, man. And we can read this whole thing and let you know this is talking about America. But we're just going to get to the point. Amos 9. Okay. and 9. Let's start there. It says, "For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth." What does this represent? This represents the elect, okay, that are scattered among all the nations, being sifted by this word. Okay, being sifted by this word, whether or not they receive this word or not. Okay, but none of the elect shall be taken out of Yahushai's hand. Okay, none of the elect will be deceived. The scriptures say if it were possible, they could deceive the very elect. And they're also being sifted by this shit that's happening. You know, Vicky's special sauce, and Vicky's Vicky's venereal disease. Salaki. I probably could have left that D word out because I don't know what the algorithm's like. Okay, but Vicky's venereal and Vicky's special sauce to cure the venereal. All right. Probably saying some hot words, so Salakia, or hopefully this don't get struck. But nevertheless, okay, this is also sifting a lot of people out to see what their affiliation is or where their faith lies. Okay, but ultimately, this word is the great sifter, this truth. All right, so that's happening now, man. This word is being spread by the unicorn across all nations. The scripture tell us what? In Matthew, I believe it's Matthew 24, Salakia. Matthew 24 says what? "Then shall this gospel be preached, okay, as a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come." A witness to the world, and then shall the end come. So right now, this truth is being preached as a witness for the whole world. All right? That's this time, okay? And the truth is coming out of America primarily. "All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us." That's in these times. That the ones that think that they cool, the ones that put in they trust and faith in Egypt, the ones that have made a covenant with death, they don't think that none of this is going to... There was even a time where Nathaniel 7 was saying there wasn't going to be a Jacob's trouble. That's an example right there. Oh, there's not going to be a time of trouble. We cool. Okay? No, all the sinners is going to die by the sword. So he's right about that being the 2/3. But where are the 2/3 at? Okay? Where's the land where the 2/3 reside? Oh, it's America, Babylon the Great. That's where the 2/3 are. See? Because the Most High have purpose to destroy. We know for a fact he's going to make Babylon. Babylon is going to be a desolation. The new Babylon, Babylon the Great. Okay, let's see. Jeremiah 51:37, it says, "And Babylon shall become heaps, a dwelling place for dragons, an astonishment and an hissing without an inhabitant." Okay, but the land of Israel will be inhabited. Okay, and this hasn't happened yet. America, Babylon the Great will become a wasteland. Okay, this is the place that's going to be wiped out. Okay, so the 2/3 is coming from here. All right, this place is going to be cleansed. Now, maybe the land of Israel as well. All right, but we know for sure. Let's get that precept. The 10 horns are going to hate the whore. Revelation 17:16 says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast," okay, NATO and the EU, right? "These shall hate the whore, America, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." This place we know for sure is going to get wiped off the face of the earth. And this is where the 1/3 and the 2/3 will be coming from, man. You see, when they all turn their backs on America and shoot their missiles, then the elect is going to come through that particular fire. Okay, because he said, oh yeah, the 1/3 is going to be brought through the fire. Well, how are they going to be brought through the fire? Well, they'll be brought through the fire when they're beamed up, but there's another fire that they're already experiencing. And like I said, Lord willing, this is edifying because there's a lot of precepts and I'm trying to make sense of them in order, but it may not be possible. Let's get some of these. Boom. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. Let's start at 1 Peter 1. Okay, 1 Peter 1. And let's just get the point. Verse 7 says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, may be found unto praise and honor at the glory and appearing of Yahushua HaMashiach. All right, so that's the fire that the 1/3 is going through. They're being purified through the fire of adversity, as it tells you in Esdras. Well, actually, that will be Ecclesiasticus. Okay, acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, which I could get that, but I don't want to deviate too far from the topic. All right, but we're being tried. This is the fire, okay, that the 1/3 will be brought through. Okay, so. He says this has nothing to do with America, but wait a minute. Where's the tabernacle of David primarily being established? Well, it's being established here in America, Babylon the Great. All right, this is clearly an end time. Let's read this, Haggai 2, okay? Let's talk about this, Haggai 2, and let's start at verse 6. For thus saith Yahweh of hosts, yet once it is a little while, and I will shake the heavens and the earth and the sea and the dry land, and I will shake all nations, and the desire of all nations shall come, and I will fill this house with glory, saith Yahweh of hosts. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine, saith Yahweh of hosts. The glory of this latter house shall be greater than of the former, saith the Most High of hosts, and in this place will I give peace, saith the Lord of hosts. All right? So the tabernacle, the latter tabernacle is going to be greater than the former tabernacle. Why? Because this kingdom will last forever, okay? And that house is what? The house of David, we know through the Spirit, okay? So when he talks about sealing up the breaches of the house of David, that's happening in these times, okay? And I want to get up this other precept just to prove, okay? Let's get this. 1 Peter 2, okay? In verse 5 says, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house. What did he say? The glory of this house shall be greater than the former. Okay, the glory of the latter house. That house is being built now, bro. Okay, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahushua HaMashiach. Okay. So that's talking about, okay, this time here now, okay? You see? Which, back then during the time of the apostles, they was built up too. And you got to be of the nation of Israel, okay? Let me see here. Let's see if I can get this precept. Because I feel like I was looking at it, but I deleted it. Salakia. One second. I may have this pulled up already. All right. Baba Kashai, bear with me. Okay. Isaiah 28. And I'll start at verse 5 says, in that day shall the Most High of hosts be for a crown of glory and for a diadem of beauty unto the residue of his people. Yeah, the 1/3. All right. And it goes on to say, but they also have erred through wine, and through strong drink are out of the way. The priest and the prophet have erred through strong drink. They are swallowed up of wine. They are out of the way through strong drink. They err in vision. They stumble in judgment. Okay, these Sicarii guys is going off. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Right, and these guys they're going off, man. They got these filthy tables, man, because they're going off in their doctrine. All right. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be, let's skip to the point, because we all read this, Lord willing. You brothers and sisters may have heard this already. So let's get to verse 12. It says, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith he may cause the weary to rest, and this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. So the Lord put out the doctrine, the Lord put out the truth, all right? And the Lord, sifted people. This word sifted these people. Okay, the Lord put it out there and said, "Look, this is what it is. These are the teachers according to my own heart. It's going to feed you with knowledge and understanding." And people rejected it. And what happens when you reject it? When you will not hear? Well, you're going to break the precepts down wrong, which it goes to depict in verse 13. Okay, it tells you, but the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken. All right, which King David spoke of that. Okay, as it says in the Romans, I believe it's Romans 11. Okay, the election has obtained it, but the rest are blinded. Okay, wherefore hear the word of the Most High, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. This is tying in with Amos 9. Okay, these people that have made a covenant with death, that they think that they're sinners. Okay, it says that, and it says they don't think that that nothing's gonna overtake nor Salakia. It said it in Amos. All right, did I close it? Salakia. Let's see if I have it still. I might have closed it. All right. I think I did. Okay, but you remember what it said in Amos. I'm gonna pull it up real quick, just so we can tie it in. Amos 9. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners by my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. You see? So that's what people are saying these days. They don't think nothing's going to happen to them. Okay? All right. And then, going on, verse 16, therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. All right. Salakia. I'm just looking on here, going down, see what else is on here. All right, but basically, this is stuff is talking about, like it tells you in Ecclesiastes, okay, that there's no new thing under the sun. All right, whether or not some of these things apply to the past, okay, the thing that have been, it shall be. Okay, these things are coming back in a major way. All right. Salakia, let me see here. So I read that. I'm gonna close this. See if I got anything on here. Yeah, I read that. All right, so these guys are going off. They're going off, man. That has to do with this time, man. Did I read this? Yeah, I read this. It's Amos 9. You see? So the Lord, right now, the Lord's sifting among the nations, man. Okay? And this is how you know it's in it's a future thing, because verse 12, Amos 9 and 11 again, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old. All right? But it's going to be better than it was in the days of old. Verse 12 says that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and of all the heathen, okay, which are called by my name, saith Yahweh that doeth this. Okay, so the ones that are called by his name, they're the ones that are going to possess the remnant of the heathen. And it goes on to say, the days come that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed, and the mountain shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. Okay? Come on, man. Let's continue. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, meaning he will bring us out of captivity, and they shall build the waste cities, which the heathens are going to build up our cities, man, and inhabit them. And they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. Okay, which we're going to have laborers to do that. Verse 15, and I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith Yahweh thy power. Look at that, man. That's a future one. How can you not see that this is a future prophecy? How can you not see that? It's right there. Okay? And what's this? Acts 15. And verse 16 says, after this I will return and build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down. And I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called. Okay? It's just showing you, all right, that the Gentiles upon whom his name is called are Israelites, all right? His name is not on you heathens. He didn't surname you, saith the Lord who doeth all these things. Okay? You see? So that's in the New Testament, just going into how the tabernacle of David is going to be built up again. And it's being built up now. Okay? Romans 11, okay? And 7, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest is blinded. Okay, you guys have been blinded to this mystery, okay, of what Amos 9 is really talking about. All right. I'm gonna skip to verse 9. As David saith, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense unto them. You see? So that's also going into that Isaiah 28 that I read. All right. And like I said, Salaki, these wasn't in no specific order, so it might be kind of jumbled up. All right. So Salaki for that once again, because I know it may be a little hard to follow. Okay. Let me see. Salaki, I'm just looking. Salakia, looking at this, okay. Right, so Zechariah 13. Okay, this is a future prophecy. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. But what's a precept? What's a precept to that? Second Corinthians 6. Let's see what I want to start at. I'll start at verse 17. It says, wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. All right. So this is, this is coming. This is coming, man. All right, this is coming. This is what we're working for now. Okay. Let's see if I can get this. And it's really plain, it's really like, it's really plain, man. The matter of fact, let's get this. Second Ezra 7. Okay. Salaki. I'll roll this one down a little bit. Get a little air. Second Ezra 7 and 41. Even so now, seeing corruption is grown up, and wickedness increased, and the righteous have prayed for the ungodly, wherefore shall it not be so now also? He answered me and said, This present life is not the end where much glory doth abide, therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of the immortality, Salakia. For to come wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. Then shall no man be able to save him that is destroyed, nor to oppress him that have gotten the victory. I answered then and said, This is my first and last saying. Salakia, let me get to the point. That may be what I wanted. Okay, boom, boom. You see, so this whole chapter goes into how you must go through the fire in order to make it. All right, and that's this time. Back then during those times, there was no 2/3. Of course, we know the 2/3 is here, but the 2/3 is in America primarily. All right, now there will be a hour of temptation that shall try the whole earth. This is true. Okay, but the primary deliverance is going to be from America, Babylon the Great. All right, and you know that when you go through the precepts of him gathering, okay, it says that he will send for many hunters. First he will fish them, then he will send for many hunters, and they will hunt them. All right, so America's going to be decimated, okay, and the main deliverance will happen in America, because this place is going to get wiped out and turned into a desert wasteland. And after those that were killed, in the truth come back, all right, and those that were brought into the heavens come back down, and they're all changed, then we're going to gather the elect. Lord willing, I'll be a part of that number. We're going to gather the elect from the four winds of heaven, all right, and we're going to, all them that's down with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, then they cool, okay, they're going to be part of the 1/3 elect, all right, and then what? All them who ain't with it, they're going to get murked out, and they're going to have to be reborn. And that's depicted in the scriptures, and that's really a lot. It's too much to really go through on an in transit or on a sit down in the car type of deal. You would really have to go through and put a whole lesson together, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot more precepts, I still didn't even read all the ones I got. Okay, Psalm 66 and 8. Let me see, do I want to? Oh, bless our power, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. For thou, O power, hast proved us. Thou hast tried us as silver is tried. Thou broughtest us into the net. Thou laidest affliction upon our loins. Okay? Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through the fire and through water, but thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place. And this directly correlates with 2 Ezra 7. Okay, when you go into the narrow, you have to go through that narrow to enter into the wide. Okay, which I probably, if I didn't close it, you see, because I've closed a lot of stuff. 2 Ezra 7. I'm gonna scroll all the way back to the top. Okay. All right. 2 Ezra 7. And I'll start at verse 3. Matter of fact, yes, verse 3. And I said, Speak on, my power. Then said he unto me, The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and is full of all good things. This is that wealthy place where he brought us into after we went through the fire. You see? The entrance thereof is narrow and set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left hand a deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. You see? And I said, It is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, Even so also is Israel's portion. You see, so this is talking about these times where, and let's get that. Let's prove that in Daniel 12, man. Daniel 12. I'm going to end it, because I feel like it was kind of scattered. So like you for that. This is a lot to think about. You know, because when you hear stuff like this, you know, it's just people are just grievous wolves, man. They're going off, man. Daniel 12:1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. Okay? And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. Okay, let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this is the point I want right here. Verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. Tried, see? And we just, that's a spirit, because we just went through this whole script of Malachi 3, where it said he shall sit as a refiner of silver. All right? He's trying the sons of Aaron. Well, it said the sons of Aaron. But we're made a nation of kings and priests, right? So he's trying the whole nation. Okay? So we're being purified and made white. Okay? But these people that are acting wickedly, they don't understand what's going on. Here it is. Okay? This devil's about to crack down on us, and you got guys coming out saying that Amos 9 has nothing to do with America, you know, which I may watch that video to get more of a context of why he even said that. Okay, that may be something that I'll do here soon, but just seeing that clip was enough for me to be like, you going off, man. Amos 9 is clearly talking about America. Okay, it says he will sift the house of Israel. Okay, now it doesn't say which is, but it says among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. But why does it specify that shall not the least grain fall upon the earth? When you're sifting something, you're sifting to keep, let's say you're sifting corn, right? You grind, now the rest of the stuff gets ground out and gets small or whatever the case might be, but the corn is a certain size, all right? So those grains are going to stay in that thing. The holes are big enough for the refuse to fall through, but they're small enough so that the grains stay in that bowl or that net. All right, and those grains represent the elect. You see, so clearly that's talking about right now. He has that reed like unto a rod wherewith he's measuring the temple. All right, that's the believer. That's happening right now. All right, and then after that, what? After the elect is sealed, it goes through the whole thing. The ones that have the name written on their foreheads, all right, that sign, that cry for the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. Those are the ones who are the grains that will not fall upon the earth. The rest of that shit is getting burnt the fuck up. That is clearly talking about these times. So for you to say that's not talking about these times, you going off. That ties in with Zechariah 13:8, man. That's these times, man. These guys is going off. They need to repent. I'm gonna end it there, man, because I'm rambling, you know. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Bashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. With that, I'm going to say Shalom. Shalom.